What if I told you that the difference between a leader who inspires and the one who gets ignored comes down to just one skill: influential communication. You see, every great leader, whether you're in business or in politics or even in history, has mastered the art of persuasion because it's a powerful skill. And if you are leading an organization or you are leading a team, the ability to persuade is a critical skill. It's a critical skill that you need to develop. Here's the reality: most executives actually do struggle to communicate in a way that truly moves people. Today, I'm going to share with you a framework that will transform your communication and help you to command the room with authority the moment you get in. So why should you watch this video to the end? It's because by the end of this video, you would understand the core principles of influential executive communication, and you will walk away with 3 powerful techniques that will elevate your leadership presence. So pillar number 1 is clarity, precision over complexity. Just keep it simple, stupid, if you like, or keep it simple, sweet, if you like. These are the 3 pillars of influential executive communication. Pillar number 1, keep it simple. Leaders who ramble when they have conversations or they overcomplicate things end up losing their audience. And people just sit there because you've got positional leadership in some cases. Out of respect for you and out of regard for every other person here, but it's not like you're making sense to me. And that's what they're saying in their head. The most influential executives distill complex information or complex ideas into clear, impactful messages. People just know where they're going from to where and what they need to do to get there. So what can help you in this case? Use the 1-minute rule. What's the 1-minute rule? If you can't explain your message in 60 seconds, then step back a little bit and refine it. Very simple. If you've got a message to pass to your team and you cannot say the message in 1 minute, maybe you need to think again and probably ask yourself, is there something I need to refine? Pretty simple. Now, the other thing that the pillar number 2 is to speak with confidence and gravitas. People follow leaders who exude confidence. This isn't about volume or this is about volume or dominance. It's about certainty. When people understand that we know where we're going and you know where we are going and you're clear as to how we're going to get there. So what do you need to do? Use the pause. Always pause for power technique. Use the pause for power technique. So this is what I need you to do. Use the pause for power technique. Pausing before any key point increases credibility. You want to create credibility. You want to ensure that people follow you and people see you as credible. Then you need to pause before you say every key point so that you engage and connect your people. Now, this is pillar number 3, connection, making your message resonate. This is very critical because even the most well-structured message will fall flat without emotional engagement. So are you engaging with your people? Do they feel engaged? If that is not the case, then you have to work on it. And what's my recommendation? Apply the leadership story formula. And what's that? It means for every message that you give out, it should answer 3 questions. What's the challenge? What's at stake? What's the solution? What's the challenge? What's at stake? What's the solution? 3 questions. Every answer you give needs to, every answer you give, every message you give out there needs to answer these 3 questions. And a key point number 2 is the psychology of persuasion. So we've talked about the key point number 1 and key point number 2, the psychology of persuasion. Now, persuasion isn't manipulation. Most people mistake it and they feel that persuasion is manipulation. It's actually the ability to align people with a compelling vision. Because you've got the vision, you know where you're going, but others don't see it yet. How do you get them to see where you are, saying, hey, all of us can get there and we can create a difference? Now, what do you need to do? Let's look at 3 pillars, 3 psychological triggers of influence that you can apply as a leader and to help to increase your influence and your power. Number 1 is reciprocity. Give value first. People will respond, they will reciprocate if you give value first. People are more likely to engage if you give value first. Number two, social proof. Reference shared experience as or respected figures to validate your point. In other words, what I'm saying in essence is that the second point here is social proof. If you are taking your team from one point to another, they need proof that this thing you're talking makes sense. So what you need to do is share personal experience or shared experiences that you guys have had as a team, or maybe people that others respected authorities and what they say or what they've done using this technique or what you're sharing, and that will increase the confidence in your message and get people connected to you. Technique number three is authority positioning. Speak with certainty and do not use weak language. Many times leaders tend to use I think, I'm thinking. While that is a bit, you probably want to show modesty, but people just want certainty. I don't know if it's a selfish thing, but humans, we crave to follow strength. We want to follow strength. That's why people sometimes look for, if they're not sure what, they just look for something to worship. That's the way we are. So if you're in a team and you're leading a team, people want to see strength. People want to complain and dump all the questions and dump all the concerns. They just want you to fix it. So if you are demonstrating that you are in the same basket with them, you lose their trust, you lose their confidence. You might think it left or right, but that's a fact. So as leaders in leadership positions, we want to communicate in a way that shows strength. Key point number three, practical technique I want to share with you that would help you to speak like a CEO. And what do we need? What are the techniques? Technique number one is to command the room. How can you command the room? Now, here's the framework. First, number one, start with a bold opening or the bold opening statement or question. If you're speaking to your team, you've got to deliver a message, start with a bold opening. It could be a story, it could be a statistic, but you just say, and it gets people into a space. I give you, for instance, do you realize the world all over spends about $1 trillion on attention deficit? Or do you realize that people spend 17 weeks of their lives trying to get away from distraction? When they get distracted, it takes so much time for them to get back. And if research has shown that they spend a total of 17 weeks trying to get back from distraction. Now, I just made this up. But when you give figures like this, you say something like this, it just strikes and people, are you serious? 17 weeks of your life getting away from distraction? How is that? Now they want to hear more. The other thing you need to do is learn to use eye contact, maintain eye contact, because it helps to increase the power of your speech. And number three, in this case, a technique that will help you to command the room, the framework, end with a memorable closing. And why is this important? People remember first what they hear last. People don't just remember first what they hear last. I'm going to rephrase that. People remember first how they feel by what you said last. So what's the last thing you're saying? And how did it make them feel? It makes them that will make them to remember your speech. Before speaking, sometimes we rush in. But here's one thing that's going to help you to command the room is to take a deep breath. Stand tall. Pause when it is necessary. Take measured and strategic pauses as a leader, as a team leader, as a business leader. And also understand that even when you forget what you want to say, avoid the use of filler words. They take away from your speech. Now, when you put all of these things together, you will realize that your speech and the way you deliver, if it's a report at your place of work, if it's a corporate setting where you're talking to your team, it changes the dynamics in the room. It changes the dynamics in the room, and it also increases your influence as a leader. You see, great leaders don't communicate. They inspire action. It's one thing we need to consistently remind ourselves of. And when you communicate in a way that inspires actions, you align your team with the vision, and this will help to drive business growth. The executives who master the skill of communicating effectively, they connect with their teams and to drive and inspire action, are the ones that truly shape the future. So who would you like to be? The executive actually that does not inspire action. It's just people just sitting there because of your positional authority, or the ones that people will follow with or without your authority. All right. So you choose what you want to do. So if you found these strategies that I've shared with you as an executive, as a senior executive, as a line manager, as a team lead, then imagine what mastering the full psychology of executive communication can do for your career. So I've put together a free executive communication blueprint that breaks down the technique even in more details. Now you can download some of the resources below. You can also have access to a free webinar that will help you to up your communication skills as an executive or become more powerful and become more influential in your community and wherever you find yourself. May I use this opportunity to ask you to subscribe to this channel if this makes sense to you, so that you can have access to more high-level leadership communication insights every single week. And also turn the notification bell on so that you will not miss any game-changing information on this channel. Now, finally, please, before you go, drop the word influence in the comment section, and tell you what, I've got some gifts for you. Just drop the word influence and also share how these tips have helped you in your life, or how you think these tips connect to the things that you've experienced as an executive. Thank you so much for giving me your time. My name is Stallone-Obaraemi, and my sincere desire for you is that you go on succeeding by becoming a better version of yourself. Until I come your way again, keep on succeeding, and bye for now.